kids.
So we're back again, and if you're wondering if our setting looks a little different, you would be correct. Today we've decided to rent a car.
Yeah, so we were just talking about, getting a new car, and in true Selena and Kamau fashion, we were like, well, how do we test drive said car?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, by taking it on a road trip.
Yeah. So if you've ever test driven a car before, you know that you basically just get to go like up the road and down the road. But if you take it on a road trip like what we're about to do, you get a real feel for what the car can really do.
And obviously we didn't get it from a dealership. Mm-hmm. We actually used, well, I'm not trying to sponsor anybody's platform here. But...
Yeah, especially because no one's really doing the referrals anymore. But
yeah, but we basically use an app to borrow someone else's car.
Yes.
Right, rent it from them.
Pick your favorite one. It's probably that one.
Yeah. And so we just picked it up. So far, looking good.
So far, looking good.
That's my coat and stuff.
Yeah.
But that'd be the back seat. Trunk is a little small for our taste, but like that happens with cars like this.
Yeah.
We'll probably do maybe like a little, I don't know, tour of the car.
Maybe.
It's really, really cold today in the Northeast, so
Very.
Walking around the car with the doors open and all that doesn't seem appealing. So even though we just got some cold drinks,
yeah,
we got some fruit tea,
Hashtag no boba.
No boba.
Don't at me.
we're gonna actually see if Kamau's tea tastes like it has cheese foam,
which is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, so we didn't say where we're going.
Oh, we are taking this opportunity to go to Delaware.
So this is another state. If you follow us on Instagram, we actually broke down that we're trying to lock down the rest of the East Coast. We just locked down the rest of the West Coast in December. So we thought maybe Delaware would maybe be the first state we visit with our baby, but I mean, things changed. So we decided to get this car and just drive down there for the night and see not only how the car goes, but how we like Wilmington.
Yeah.
So let's go. So here is our hotel room in Wilmington, Delaware. Hey, it's Kamau. We just got a king size bed, and bathroom is, a bathroom. It's a nice Hilton, but like our room is a little questionable. I don't know if you see that. Like our moms and and like my grandma would be all up in arms. They're like, we gotta change this room. If you know, you know. If you have a family member that's like that, or family that's like that, let us know in the comments. Oh, look, it's a little like coffee section in the closet. That's a good place for it. Out of the way. Cool. We're gonna get ready to go to our dinner reservation.
Yeah, because we're only here for a good time, which is also a short time.
A short time.
So we had a good 2-hour drive. Slight hiccup on the way down, but nothing too controversial.
Right.
And now we need a table for 2.5.
And a half.
Din din.
Good morning.
So the last time you saw us, we were getting ready to go on our little road trip to Delaware.
Yeah.
And since then, a couple of things have gone on. Nothing too crazy. I got pulled over for speeding, and they let me off with a warning. I didn't even realize I was driving so fast, but we're renting a different car, so, you know, it's a little bit different. You don't know how fast you're going with how the car feels.
Right.
But thankfully, no ticket, so that works out. Thank you, officer. And last night we went to a restaurant called the Farm and the Cow.
Farm and the Cow.
Farm and the Cow. Great eats. And apparently it was on...
Triple D.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Didn't know.
But it was really, really good. They have all these different type of burgers that you can get. I wound up getting a whiskey flight, which was amazing. And we had chicken skins for an appetizer, which is so good. So good. And, they had a dessert that we really needed to try. It was a milkshake with a piece of cake in it and a shot to go with it.
Red velvet.
It was a red velvet cake, yes, and a red velvet milkshake. But it was a boozy milkshake, and they gave it to us to go. So that was the evening. We were going to bar hop. But you know, I'm getting up there in age, so
the whiskey flight took the place of the
bar hopping, and I had to go to bed.
Yeah. Me and the baby stayed up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he's still here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna bar hop and just to keep him company. And then this morning we just went to we just got back from breakfast.
Yep.
We went to First Watch, which, if you know, you know. We've gone a few times, different cities, different states. We love it. Went to the first one in New Jersey. I think we made a whole video on that.
Yeah.
Because we were so happy that there was a First Watch in New Jersey.
Now there's a couple.
Now there's a couple.
Yeah.
And so, pretty much today we're just going to try to take in more of Delaware. A lot of things are closed because it's winter, but we're gonna try to like explore a little bit. Give Delaware a good fighting chance.
Right.
So far, I mean, people are great. No sales tax, and
which is pretty cool and a little weird at the same time because you're like, why is it so cheap? And you're like, oh, okay, right.
Yeah, we're actually gonna go to, I think, 1 or 2 stores.
Yep.
So if we buy things, we'll also get to indulge in the no sales tax. So and then sprinkle some like museums and little things that people say to do when you're in Wilmington or this area in general, Wilmington, Newark. So we'll see what happens. So before we forget, this is the car we rented. It's the Hyundai Kona, and this is our bags in the trunk. Trunk is not that big, and as you can see, it says apparently a max load of 30 pounds.
130 pounds.
130 pounds?
60 kilograms. Yeah.
Oh, there's the one.
There's the one.
130 pounds.
Yeah.
You could probably stack a couple of things back here. For us, like, obviously this is a short trip, so not too much.
Yeah. And the seats drop. The seats drop, but that's not really going to do much when we have a kid in one of the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a nice size.
Yeah.
Like that, we didn't really want like a big SUV, so that's partially why we're checking out this car. Door's not unlocked. There you go. Show you the back seat. So here's the back seat.
Selena's jacket.
There's my jacket.
Yes.
So we think that if we have a car seat in this on that side, really only one other person is going to be able to sit here. So it doesn't give us much more back seat room, but we're not sure if we care too much about that, right, Kamal?
No.
It's just something to note.
Yeah, I don't know when this video is coming out, but I don't think we'll have a new car.
I don't think we'll have a new car.
So
we'll try another one.
Yeah, we'll probably try another one. This might even be a series. We'll see. If anybody has this car or would like to recommend a car, greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, and Kona has an electric.
Version?
Huh?
An electric version.
Yeah, an electric version. This is not the electric. And a hybrid just came out this year, 2023. So that's also something to consider. that we have other options other than fuel. But again, and this is, I believe, a 2022 Kona. Very new, very nice. As a pregnant lady, I do like that I can get in the car easier. It's a lot easier for me to get into this car than our present car. I just step up a little and go in. I didn't realize I was having such a hard time in our car until I started coming into this car during this trip. So, things to consider. Granted, I won't be pregnant for much longer. I'm 36 weeks pregnant. He's about to come out in a couple of weeks. The 2 hours coming to Delaware was a nice test drive. You know, come out getting pulled over.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, so it goes pretty fast without you realizing it.
Yeah.
If you don't pay attention.
And if anybody's wondering why I wasn't paying attention, for the ill-informed or first-time viewers, right now we drive a manual car, so I can feel how fast I'm going with the manual, because you can only drive a certain speed within certain gears. So switching back to an automatic, I'm not thinking about looking at the speedometer because I usually know what gear I'm in.
Right.
As many times as we've been out of the country, I've only had one manual car as a rental.
Yeah. And that was Martinique, right?
And that was Martinique,
yeah. Oh, and that actually happens a lot. Well, not to go off topic, but that does happen a lot in some countries. It's cheaper to also, if you want an automatic, you have to pay more.
Yeah.
And because they default to manual.
Right.
So keep that in mind. If your group traveling, your travel group or partner, neither of you drive a manual, there's a chance you're going to pay more. Or they run out of automatics because of that. And then you're stuck with manuals. So it's kind of nice to have a travel partner who knows how to drive manual.
Yeah. And Selena, you can totally cut this part out, but I just wanted to say, real bad man drive manual.
We're gonna head back to the car. I think we're gonna try to hit one more place.
Yeah.
We have 2 places down. The Hagley Museum was one of them, but I think we might skip it because we have to start getting on the road and like
soonish.
Yeah, like 30 minutes ideally, just so we have a buffer to get the car back by 4. So we're thinking comic book shop.
I think comic books work for us.
There you go.
Let's check it out.
And to the comic book store we went. This officially marks the actual last trip Kamau and I took with just the 2 of us. After this, travel will never look the same again. Thank you so much for coming along this journey with us. We really appreciate it.
First trip this weekend. Pack the trunk. We're trying out another car. So we just made a stop at the Chesapeake House. Smile.
Yo, his hand probably tastes like some
some of this hash brown. He's like, ooh, this tastes good. This is childproofing.